Your Excellency, could you mention some of the issues that you see that the Church is going to have to be facing in our contemporary context?
There are a lot of individual issues, and most of them are focusing now on our appreciation of life, the dignity, the value of life. But there's a growing concern that there is now being challenged our very ability to carry on our activities, even to carry on our teaching, with that protection that has always been a part of the constitutional guarantee, the freedom of religion. One of the things that we have experienced across the country, and certainly I experienced it in the nation's capital, was when you begin to address specific issues, whether they are life issues, marriage issues, whether they have to do with the definition of marriage, or a whole range of very basic concerns, family. What we're facing now is the presumption that you do not have a right to express your religious convictions, and you do not have a right to live out those convictions in the institutions that are a part of our Catholic faith tradition. We see, for example, the definition of marriage, and if you take another position than what is presented by people today wishing to change that, you are defined as discriminatory. And because of that, you and your institutions can be very, very severely criticized, or even find yourself being sanctioned for taking that position. My concern is what we're really dealing with is a failure to balance the rights of free expression of religion with all of these other newly created rights that are coming up out of our secular society. And when the balance shifts against religious freedom, religious liberty, expression of religious values, institutionally and personally, we're going to find ourselves in a situation we've never faced before in the United States. And I think it's just the tip of the iceberg. We're going to see this in greater parts of the Western world, and eventually spreading. At the heart of the issue is the failure to recognize the important place that religious values and religious institutions and religious faith have always played in the history of our country. And this new idea, this new pressure to reduce everything solely and completely to secular values is going to impact us very dramatically. So I think what we have to do as disciples, as believers, as people of faith, whatever our religious tradition, but certainly we Catholics, we have to be able to speak up for what has been the heritage of our country. Religious faith is a part of the history and fabric of our country. Religious faith is a thread that is woven into the very fabric of our nation. Remove that thread and we do damage to the whole cloth. And so we just have to speak to what is religious freedom, the value of religious freedom, and the balancing of all these rights. Thank you for the opportunity to share these thoughts.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency.